Welcome back to the channel. History is full of strange stories and legends. Some sound too wild to be true, but later, science and archaeology proved they were real. Today, we're exploring 8 historical myths that turned out to be true.
Number 8.
The city of Troy. For centuries, the story of Troy existed only in the pages of Homer's Iliad. Most scholars believed it was nothing more than a blend of poetry, imagination, and myth. The epic spoke of gods, heroes, and a legendary war sparked by the abduction of Helen. But to historians, it was simply a beautiful tale. That belief changed in the 19th century when German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann began excavations in modern-day Turkey. To the world's amazement, he uncovered the ruins of a massive ancient city, layers of walls, artifacts, and evidence of destruction by fire and conflict. This site matched Homer's description so closely that it could only be the legendary Troy. What was once thought to be pure fiction turned out to be real history, reminding us that myths often carry hidden truths waiting to be uncovered by science and archaeology.
Number 7.
The Vikings in America. For centuries, the Norse sagas told stories of daring seafarers who sailed far beyond Greenland to a mysterious place they called Vinland. According to these tales, it was a land rich with forests, wild grapes, and fertile soil. Many historians dismiss these accounts as exaggerated folklore, believing that such voyages across the Atlantic were impossible in the early Middle Ages. However, in the 1960s, archaeologists Helgi and Anne Stein Ingstad uncovered the remains of a Norse settlement at Lanso Meadows in Newfoundland, Canada. The site contained Viking-style houses, tools, and evidence of ironworking, undeniable proof that the sagas were true. This discovery revealed that the Vikings had reached North America nearly 500 years before Columbus set sail. The legend of Vinland was no longer just a story. It was a remarkable chapter of human exploration, showing the Vikings as the first Europeans to set foot in the New World.
Number 6.
The Giant Squid. For centuries, sailors returned from long voyages with chilling stories of monstrous sea creatures lurking in the depths. They spoke of terrifying beasts with enormous tentacles, strong enough to wrap around entire ships and drag them beneath the waves. These tales inspired myths of the Kraken in Norse legend and countless sea monster stories around the world. For a long time, scientists dismissed them as nothing more than drunken sailor talk or wild exaggerations. But in 2004, everything changed when researchers in Japan captured the first photographs of a living giant squid in its natural habitat. Later, more specimens were studied, confirming that these incredible creatures can grow up to 43 feet long, with eyes as big as dinner plates and tentacles lined with sharp suckers. What was once dismissed as myth turned out to be a very real deep-sea predator, proving that sometimes legends are grounded in truth.
Number 5.
The Amazon warriors. In ancient Greek mythology, tales were told of the Amazons, a tribe of fearless warrior women who lived on the fringes of the known world. These women were said to ride horses with unmatched skill, wield bows and spears, and even battle legendary heroes like Hercules and Achilles. For centuries, many scholars believed these stories were pure fantasy, created to entertain or to symbolize the power and danger of independent women. However, modern archaeology has revealed a different truth. Excavations across the Eurasian steppes uncovered burial mounds containing the remains of women buried alongside weapons, armor, and horses. Analysis showed that many of them bore battle injuries, proving they had fought as real warriors. These discoveries suggest that the Amazon legends were inspired by nomadic tribes, such as the Scythians, where women played an active role in warfare. What was once dismissed as myth was rooted in historical reality.
Number 4.
The Great Flood. Across the world, from Mesopotamia to India, from Native American tribes to ancient China, nearly every culture carries stories of a devastating flood that wiped out entire civilizations. The Bible speaks of Noah's Ark, while Mesopotamian texts tell of Utnapishtim, and Hindu legends describe Manu surviving a cosmic deluge. For centuries, scholars believed these stories were symbolic, metaphors for renewal, punishment, or moral lessons. But modern geology has uncovered evidence of enormous floods that reshaped the Earth thousands of years ago. Studies of ancient riverbeds, glaciers, and coastlines reveal catastrophic events such as the flooding of the Black Sea Basin and massive glacial outbursts at the end of the Ice Age. These natural disasters would have left such a deep mark on early human societies that they were passed down as myths. The flood legends, once thought to be pure fiction, may actually preserve memories of real cataclysms.
Number 3.
The Rosetta Stone and forgotten languages. For centuries after the decline of ancient Egypt, the meaning of hieroglyphs was completely lost. These strange carvings covering temples, tombs, and monuments were admired as works of art, but were thought to be mystical symbols with no direct connection to real spoken language. Scholars tried and failed for generations to unlock their secrets, believing the code was impossible to break. Everything changed in 1799 when French soldiers in Egypt discovered the Rosetta Stone, a black slab inscribed with the same text written in 3 scripts: Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic. Since Greek was still understood, scholars, including Jean-François Champollion, used it as a key to slowly decode the hieroglyphs. Their breakthrough revealed that these symbols represented a complex written language, not mysterious magic. With this discovery, the silent voices of ancient Egypt came alive again, unlocking a civilization's history, culture, and daily life.
Number 2.
Fire-breathing dragons. Across ancient cultures from China to Europe, myths spoke of enormous dragons, terrifying beasts with wings, scales, and the power to breathe fire. These creatures became symbols of strength, destruction, and even wisdom in different traditions. Yet, no real dragon has ever existed. So where did the idea come from? Many historians and scientists believe that ancient people, while digging or exploring, often stumbled upon the massive fossilized bones of dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. Without modern science to explain fossils, early societies interpreted these giant skeletons as the remains of dragons. A massive T-Rex skull, or the skeleton of a pterosaur, would have looked like undeniable proof of the legendary monsters. Over time, these discoveries fueled stories and legends that were passed down through generations. While dragons may never have roamed the earth, the myths reveal how human imagination transformed ancient fossils into fire-breathe.
Number 1.
The lost city of Dwarka. In Hindu mythology, the city of Dwarka is described as a magnificent kingdom built by Lord Krishna himself. Ancient texts portray it as a thriving metropolis filled with golden palaces, bustling markets, and advanced architecture, only to be swallowed by the sea after Krishna's departure from Earth. For centuries, many scholars believed these stories were symbolic myths rather than accounts of a real place. However, in 2001, marine archaeologists diving off the coast of Gujarat, India, made an astonishing discovery. Beneath the waters lay extensive ruins, stone walls, pillars, and grid-like streets, strikingly similar to the descriptions found in the scriptures. Some of the structures were dated to be over 9,000 years old, suggesting a highly advanced ancient settlement. While debates continue about whether this is truly Krishna's legendary Dwarka, the discovery proved that the myth was rooted in real history, blurring the line between legend and fact.